Hello and welcome back for another week of Daily Fantasy NASCAR. I'm Chris Terrell. I'm here for dailyfantasysportsrankings.com, DFSR.com for short, and I'm here to bring you my top picks for the Pure Michigan 400. First of all, we're going to start out by going through the DFSR website. I'm going to navigate you through how to get the free cheat sheet that I have that we're going to be going through today, and how to open it, and then I'll show you a few more things here as well. So we click on the article, you get into the article from DFSR.com homepage. Once you're in the homepage, the link is at the very bottom, so you can read through my preview here. Some of the top trends when it comes to track history, track type history, current form, that sort of thing. Got my picks there, and then at the bottom here we got the picture of the cheat sheet, so we're just going to click on that, and when we do, it's going to open up another tab. Biggest thing to do here, if you want to sort any of these columns, say you wanted to sort by DK points over the last 6 races, you're not going to be able to do that in the first sheet that you open because it is view only. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is go to File, make a copy, name it whatever you'd like. As you can see here, I just named it Chris's Copy. Click OK, it's going to open up another sheet. You can close out the first one, and on this second sheet you're going to be able to do these sorts. So if you wanted to sort DK dollar, you just click in anywhere in this row or column D, and then you go to Data and then sort Z to A, which would be highest to lowest for salary. Another thing, you see that there are overall rankings to the left, and also if you slide all the way over here, all the way to the right. Those rankings are from my model that I have here, which is in purple, light purple, and dark purple. The dark purple kind of gives you the ranks of the track history over the last 2 years, the career track history, DK points last 5, DK points per track type. So this week it's the 2-mile intermediate tracks. We'll be looking at Michigan as well as Auto Club Speedway. So then below here you can see the numbers that I have given. Also in the light purple here is going to be your practice and qualifying times. And you can see the numbers below. Those are the weights that I put on each thing. So if you wanted to, make your own custom sheet here, own custom rankings, what you can do is you can adjust any of these numbers, which in turn is going to adjust your overall rankings on the far right and the far left. With that said, we're going to jump right into the picks here. So first off, my top dominator pick this week is Brad Keselowski. The nice thing about him, he's number 2 in my model. He's only 9,400, so he comes in that mid 9K range and is an excellent value. He hasn't won here yet in his career. I really think that's going to change this weekend. He qualified on the pole. We're just going to slide over and look at the practice results here. So he qualified on the pole this week. Put the second fastest time down in the early Saturday morning practice, and then the fastest speed in the final practice as well. He's also finished top 10 here at MIS in 6 of the last 7 races. That includes 3 top 5 finishes. The second driver, when it comes to domination points, it's going to be a little bit contrarian this week, I think. Joey Logano, he's 5th in the model overall. He qualified second, so he's going to be on the front row, but what I think is going to scare most of the people away is that he's had some rough luck here. He sits outside the cut line when it comes to the playoffs with 4 races left, so this is kind of a big race. It was disappointing to see him 18th in practice 2 this morning, but he did come out. They made a lot of adjustments on the 22 car, and he came out 3rd fastest in final practice, so very good there. He's got some place differential. He's not going to have any place differential points this week, and I think that's why he's going to be low owned. But I think with the right adjustments, that 22 car and the 2 car could be the 2 dominant cars this week. Jumping into the place differential plays this week, my top guy that I like here is Ryan Blaney. He's just under Logano here at 8,700, so dip down below in the 8K range. He's starting 12th this week, so there's not, there's only a plus 11 if he was to win the race from place differential. He finished 4th in both the final 2 practices in speed, and he was fastest in the opening practice. So there's even a chance for Blaney, especially with the stage race and the way it's set up, to get up front and possibly lead 20 to 30 laps as well. It looks like he's going to have one of the top 5 fastest cars this weekend. Going a little bit contrarian again when it comes to the place differential plays, I'm looking at Jimmy Johnson this week. Going to find him here. He's 18th in the model, 9,100. He hasn't been great. As you can see, he's got an average of 2.3 DK points the last 6 races. I think a lot of people are also going to stay away. He crashed. He spun out and hit the wall in final practice. He will be going to a backup car, thus starting in the very rear. but he's only going to get place differential points from the 22nd position. So ultimately, he's going to be starting with a minus 16 place differential. I think that's going to drive a lot of people away. He did show some speed, although it was with his primary car. But these cars, instead of calling it a backup car, most of the time for these big teams like Hendrick for sure, it's a 1 and 1A kind of car. So I think his backup car is going to be fine. And I think he has a chance to finish top 15, top 10 for sure. I doubt he's going to win from the rear, but even a top 10 finish for Jimmy at 9,100, starting from the 22nd position, is going to give him nice value. Top value play this week, scrolling down into the 6K range, is Ty Dillon. He's 23rd in the model, which is pretty good down in that 66 range because he is 23rd. Yeah, so he's even 23rd. So he's right 23rd in salary, so he's right there. He's got 32.5 points, DK points, his last 6 races. And I mentioned him in the article, but I'm going to there's so much value this week, I just felt like I needed to mention him again. He starts 33rd this week, and he got faster through the weekend. The 13 car got faster through the Saturday practices, 28th in the early practice, 24th in the final practice. He's raced here 3 times at Michigan, finished 24th or better with 2 of those top 20s. And then the other thing that stands out for him is he comes into this week and he's looking at his current form. He's finished top 20 in 4 straight races. So at 6,600, I think he makes an excellent value. And then if we're going ultimate stars and scrubs this week, I'm going to go right down near the bottom here in the 5K. Or actually, he comes in below the 5K range, 4,900, Reed Sorensen. He starts 38th this week, which is ultimately, there's only 38 cars in the race, so which will be dead last. Jimmy Johnson will be behind him, of course, because of the backup car. But he has no negative place differential value, and I always like that when it comes to a stars and scrubs guy in this range. Practice wasn't that great on Saturday, 37th and 36th. But what does stand out is that he's finished 34th, 36th, 31st, 27th, and 32nd in his last 5 races here. So it appears that he could finish up in that 35th or better, and that's more than enough to pay off his $4,900 salary, especially if you combine him possibly with, say, an AJ Allmendinger or, like I just mentioned, Ty Dillon. It allows you to go up here and get 2 or 3 of your upper tier guys for sure. All right, that's all the picks I have for this week. If you have any questions, make sure to just leave them in the comments below, or you can head over to dfsr.com, the article. You can leave a comment in the comments section. I will get to those as well, or you can join me tomorrow morning starting at about 10 a.m. Eastern Time up until lineup lock. I will be in the public chat room here on dfsr.com to answer any questions. You can also hit me up on Twitter at Jaeger_bombs9. I'm pretty much on there and have alerts on my phone 24/7, 365. Even when I'm sleeping, wife doesn't really enjoy the ding ding, but whatever. I'm here for you guys. Awesome. Let's have a good week. Let's see some green screens, and I will talk to you next week.